Drop shipping versus print on demand, which is better? Hey guys, in this video I'm going to put drop shipping and print on demand side by side and let you make the decision what's better. I think some of the information in this video is going to really shock you, especially when we get to the very end. Hey, if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe, hit that subscribe button down there and ring the bell, turn on all bell notifications so you're notified every single time I do a new video or I go live, and give me a thumbs up if you don't mind. Now in this video I'm going to give you all the ins and outs of drop shipping and print on demand, and it's pretty eye-opening and it can make you a lot of money if you apply some of the things I give you in this video. So let's get going and let's start comparing. First off, both of these models take away a lot of headaches. You don't have to invest in inventory, you don't have to worry about production runs, you don't have to worry about warehousing, you don't have to worry about packaging, you don't have to worry about any of this stuff. You can actually just run a business and have no physical items around you anywhere. That's pretty nice, right? I like that idea. Now I have a survival food company and we have to manufacture, we have to have inventory, we have to pay for warehouses and packaging and boxes and postage and all that stuff. But with these two business models, you don't have to do that. You rely all on third-party people to do all the heavy lifting for you. I will tell you there's a lot of confusion between what drop shipping and print on demand is, and it's kind of blurred by the fact that you could sell a t-shirt on print on demand and you could also sell a t-shirt through drop shipping, but there are some different nuances, and that's what I want to get into right now. Now in the old days you had to build a website, you had to put products up on it, you had to maintain it, but you don't have to do that anymore. You can actually have your store within some of these print on demand companies, and the cool thing also is you can ship worldwide. That's a huge advantage because a lot of these POD companies have locations all around the world, and that helps with shipping cost. Okay, I think the first thing I want to do is identify what these two components are. Okay, so what I want to do is identify the difference in drop shipping and print on demand. Let's look at print on demand first. The print on demand is pretty simple. Basically you put a picture of a product online, you have a retail customer that buys that product, you then send that order to the print on demand company, and then they ship it out to the customer. So you don't have to have a bunch of inventory lying around. There's no waste. You don't make products that people aren't going to ever buy. There's nothing like that. Okay, so it's very economical to do it that way. It's very simple to run it. Now drop shipping is similar in that you don't have inventory or any of those other things, but you do have a supplier that has products somewhere, and what you do is you sell that product to a front-end user, a retail buyer, then you send that order to that manufacturer, that distributor, and they actually mail it out to your customer, but they actually have to maintain an inventory. Now the downside to that is if they don't have enough inventory to supply you with what you need, then you got to quit selling that particular item. Now with print on demand, it's pretty simple. What you're going to do is you're going to come up with a design for a t-shirt, or scarf or hat or baseball cap, whatever you're doing, and that particular product will be shown on that print on demand company's site. You'll drive traffic to that particular product, somebody buys that product, and then what the print on demand company is going to do is with the money that was paid by that customer, they're going to take out your portion or your cost, and then they're going to give you the difference, and they're going to ship out the product to the customer. Makes it really easy. Now those products are going to cost you a little bit more than if you did big runs of products, if you printed 100 of them or 1,000 of them, but the thing is you have no waste this way, so you don't have any money tied up in inventory either. It's a pretty clean and simple way to sell products online. Now with drop shipping, they're actually going to come to your site, so you're going to have a site that you're going to sell from, and they're going to actually buy it from you, and you're going to receive the money instead of the print on demand company receiving the money, and then once you receive the money, you're going to give that order to that drop shipper, and they're going to then send it out to the customer. So you've got a little extra step in there. However, it's a good business model too. Most people will use something like a Burlo along with a Shopify store. Now with drop shipping, you're going to have the talents or hire somebody with the talents to build a website. And with print on demand, you don't. They can buy it directly from the print on demand company. Now there's plus and minuses to all of that. It's not going to be very customizable if you're building your store in a print on demand company site, so it's going to be very minimal design. If you're building your own site, it gives you an opportunity to really build your brand and who you are, and shift gears pretty easily on your own website. Now if you're going to do print on demand, obviously you have to have a design first. You can come up with your own design, you can hire designers on Fiverr or Upwork or Freelance or any of those places. And it's funny, when you go to one of these print on demand sites, as soon as you get there, they're going to say things like, upload your design now, start selling immediately, get started right now, click this button, and you can do that. and you can upload your designs there, and you can get started then all you have to do is connect whatever your banking is. Sometimes they use PayPal, sometimes they use your bank account, and hook that up, and really it's that easy, and you can be in business in minutes. Now if you're going to do the drop shipping model of, let's say, a t-shirt, the first thing you're gonna have to do is build a website. So you're gonna have to have the skills for the website. You're gonna have to buy a domain name. You're gonna have to get that domain name. You're gonna have the site built. Then you're gonna have to add those products to your particular site. You're then gonna need to get a payment processor so you can actually collect money from these people. So that's gonna take some time. And then once you get all that set up, then you can start marketing your product. So there's a lot more steps to doing your own website, but the branding is going to be a whole lot better with your own website. So that's kind of up to you which direction you want to go. Now I think the one thing that really scares people when they're selling print-on-demand products is they are not a designer. They're not a designer at all. And you can hire a designer, but you don't need to. You can go to placeit.net, and at placeit.net they've got tons of templates for t-shirts and hats and blankets and whatever you want, and you can actually design it there without any skills whatsoever by just using their templates. Now choosing your own print-on-demand company, that's up to you. I'll give you some suggestions in this video. However, you do want to go and look at reviews, look at what people had to say about them, look at comments, that type of thing, and read through that to make the best pick for you. Also, don't get stuck in the rut of saying, well, I picked this one company, this is the company I'm going to use. You could use 2 companies, you could use 5, you could use 10, you can use as many as you want. You could take your same design and put it on several of these sites, and you'll be surprised that your design will sell differently on all these different sites. Now if you want to customize the amount of profit you're going to get, and you want to be able to change it to the amount that you want, you're going to want to go to certain sites. Those particular sites are Threadless, Zazzle, Spring, Redbubble. All of those will let you customize your profit margins. If you want to do it based on the website deciding how much profit margin you're going to get, you're going to want to go to different ones. You can go to TeePublic, you can go to Society6, you can go to Design by Humans, or you can go to Merch by Amazon. All of those have a fixed amount of profit that you'll get for your t-shirts, hats, blankets, jackets, hoodies, whatever you're going to sell, they have a fixed amount. Now keep in mind, the ones that are fixed can have some very low payouts, some as low as $2 per t-shirt. However, you are exposed to a huge market in these places, and your products get in front of millions of people. So you've got to kind of weigh that out, which one's going to be better for you. Now, as far as drop shipping goes, you can choose your own profit margin as long as they don't have an MAP, which is a minimum advertised price. I know our survival food has an MAP, minimum advertised price, and you're not allowed to sell it below a particular price. But that having been said, you can charge as much as you want for it, and that can be very helpful if you're really good at marketing. I think another area people get tripped up is they don't take all of their expenses into an account. Let's say you go the drop shipping model and you build a website. You've got the cost of that domain, you've got monthly hosting for that domain, you've got credit card fees you've got to pay. There's all kinds of fees out there, so you have to add all that up and figure out how much real profit you're making per t-shirt, per jacket, per hat, per blanket, per whatever you're selling. Okay, you've got to figure all that out when you're dealing with some of the ones where you're actually selling from their site. Okay, the POD companies, you don't have any of those costs involved. Now if you want to be able to figure out all your costs and margins, I got just the place for you, and it's free. It's the Placeit profit margin calculator. I will put a link below so that you can have that link for that particular calculator. I'll put it on the screen here real quick. You can kind of see how it works. It's got the POD site, it's got the t-shirt style right here, it's got the t-shirt base cost, profit margin, royalties per shirt, all that kind of stuff in there. It's got your final t-shirt price, amount of t-shirts you aim to sell, and your marketing investment to get the customer. So you can actually download this from Placeit. I'll put the link below so you can grab that, and it will give you a heck of an advantage. Okay, so let's review real quick. If you do a print on demand, you can get started super quick. You're gonna be kind of held to their standards of whatever that is, though. You're gonna have to get payouts later on because the customer's actually going to pay the print on demand company, and you're gonna have to get your money from them. If you do your own website, you do have the pain in the butt of setting up the website and all that. However, you're gonna get the money instantly, and you transfer the order over to the print on demand company, and you can make higher profits really by doing the drop shipping because you have more control over pricing. Now the question remains, which one's best for you? I don't know. You got to decide that. you know, what you can do is you can try both models if you want. The easiest model to try really is the POD one, because you have to build a website and do all that. So if you're looking for ease to get into it, I would go that direction. You can always add drop shipping later on if you find that you're being profitable on certain shirts. You can do those shirts over on your own website later on. Get started on a POD site just to get your feet wet and understand how it works. So that's it. There's two ways to go. Either way, you don't have to have inventory, you don't have to, you know, have a warehouse and all these employees and all this, and either way you can make a lot of money if you just put in the effort. And that's the key. How to set up a drop shipping business. Okay, you've heard about it, all these people making all this money in drop shipping, and you'd like to get your part of it. And I understand why, because I got my share. Now in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly how drop shipping works. I'm also going to tell you how to set up your own drop shipping business, find the right ideas and products, and we're starting right now. Hey, I'm JR Fisher. I've been selling online since 2009. I've sold millions of dollars of both digital and physical products, and on this channel, it's actually your channel, I teach you how to do the same thing. I take the things that work for our business and I share them with you on this channel, all the tips, tricks, and secrets so that you can get great results too. Now, what is drop shipping? First off, it's a pretty cool concept. Basically, it allows you to start a drop shipping business without any inventory whatsoever. This way you can sell products to customers, collect money, and the manufacturer or distributor actually ships the product out to the customer. So you can virtually run your business from your living room couch, your kitchen table, or a local coffee shop. Now I've put on the screen a graphic here by Oberlo. Oberlo is a great piece of software that you use to hook your Shopify store into AliExpress, but basically it explains what happens. A customer places an order, pays you, let's say $200. You forward the order to your supplier and you pay the wholesaler or supplier $150. You keep the $50 profit and they ship out the product to the customer. This way you never have to touch a product, never have to package anything, you never have to ship anything, and it gets to your customer and you're in business. Now there's really only three components to a drop shipping business. There's you and your business, and when you sell products, understand that you're going to be responsible for the shipping cost, so that when you do sell a product, you got to either pass that on to the customer, you got to figure that into your price. And then the other component, of course, is the customer. Your customer is the person who's going to buy your products from you. And then the last most critical, I guess, component is the actual supplier. This can be a manufacturer, this can be a distributor, and many times we use manufacturers and distributors in China. Now I know some people are like, oh, I don't want to sell Chinese products, but I can tell you right now, everything around you is probably made from China. There are no electronics whatsoever made in the US at this point. Everything, your iPhones, all your TVs, your computers are all made in China. So it also goes for your clothing. It's going to be made in Indonesia, it's going to be made in China or Pakistan or one of these other countries. They just don't really have a textile business in the US anymore. Same thing with shoes. So if you're wearing clothes and shoes, you're already involved in this product line. Now, how profitable is a drop shipping business? Well, to give you an example, the other day I was listening to a restaurateur in Los Angeles, and she said the average restaurant in Los Angeles is working on a 4% profit. Well, I can tell you many times on drop shipping it can be 20, 30, 40, even 50% profit, which is fantastic, because understand that that restaurant that is operating in that city, they've got rent, they've got employees, they've got overhead, they've got cost of food, they've got all these other components that you simply won't have. All you're going to have is a presence online. Now, as you can see from this graphic online here, why you should start drop shipping. Okay, drop shipping business is great for new entrepreneurs, and here's a few reasons. The first one is it's a creative outlet. If you're inspired by anything, any type of products, any type of niches, a drop shipping business is fantastic. I know a lot of you are working in these uninspired 9-to-5 jobs like it says here, and that's just no fun. The next part is you can make a lot of money. A side hustle like this can pretty much erase your daytime job and make you a ton of money. There are people making millions of dollars doing drop shipping. In addition to that, the manufacturer is going to ship everything for you, so you don't have to worry about, you know, getting boxes and tape and postage and running to a post office or having somebody pick something up. There's no need to package anything yourself. Next, of course, is there's no warehouse fees. Warehouses can be really expensive. Now we have some physical products with my survival food company, and I can tell you our warehouse costs are a lot of money. every single month. Drop shippers don't need to carry inventory. That's the great thing. The manufacturer takes all of that for you, so you don't need to hold boxes or products or any of that. And of course, lastly, you can build your own career. You can build your own business. Okay, if you want to control your own career, this is the best way to do it with the least amount of risk. Now you can just go out and buy a drop shipping business. There are established drop shipping businesses already out there if you want, if you don't want to start it from scratch. And at that website you'll find tons of drop shipping businesses. It'll have the price there, it'll show the revenues, everything you want, and you can just buy a business, or you can start your own. You'll want to set up some type of drop shipping business plan though. You don't want to just wing it. You want to have this thing organized. The first thing you're going to want to do obviously is come up with an idea for a niche or a product or something along those lines, and there's plenty of ways of going about that. You could just look in the market and see what other people are doing and find successful people, buy their products, find out where they're getting them, and you can emulate some of that. If you want, you can also go to something like Google Trends and you can see what is popular right now. Like we just went through a pandemic, and I guess we're technically still in it, but our survival food did really well, and the search for survival food or survival products was off the charts. Next thing you want to do, number 2, is check your competitors out there, see what they're doing. You know, look at their websites, look at ads they may be running, run Google searches, and if you do all this, you can gather a lot of information that can be really helpful for you to build your own business. Next up, you're going to need to find a supplier. You're going to need to find somebody that can supply that product for you. Now, one of the pieces of software I really recommend is Oberlo. Oberlo, you can actually integrate with Shopify store, and I'll give you links for all those things at the bottom of this description also. But when you use Oberlo, it will actually go out into AliExpress and it'll find suppliers for you. It rates them, it lets you know if they're good suppliers, if they're not good suppliers, and that takes out a lot of the risk. Number 4, the next step is build a drop shipping business store. You've got to have a store to sell it out of, and I highly recommend Shopify, which I'll leave a link in the bottom for Shopify. You'll want to think of some domain name. One of our businesses is Survival Food, and we have Survivalcave Food, so that kind of matches with that. But you want to have a domain name that kind of matches with what your niche is. And remember, don't have it too broad. Don't have like Joe's Discount Store, because it doesn't really lead anybody to your store, and it's going to be really hard to do SEO on that. Now the cool thing is, when you set up your Shopify store, you can actually integrate it with Oberlo, and you can actually import the products from AliExpress directly into your store. You're going to want to go in there and you're going to want to fix some of the text, because English is not the first language in China, so sometimes the descriptions are not that good, but you can import all the products really quick along with all the images. Now the next thing you want to do is market. Okay, this is the most important part. A lot of people think, well, I've got a great product, so I don't have to really worry about marketing. Nothing could be further from the truth. You could actually have an average or below average product, and with the right marketing you could make a lot of money. Now I've got a graphic here on the screen that is done by Oberlo, but it shows you some of the places that you can actually market your products. You can use social media, you can post in there on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. You can also work on your SEO, which is your search engine optimization. That is where you're going to put the right keywords for each product and the right description, so that when people search Google, they actually land on your products. I've got other videos on this channel on SEO. Check out those. Just search my channel for SEO, you'll find those videos. You can also do paid search, which is ads. You can run Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Twitter ads, YouTube ads. You can do native ads. There's so many things you can do there to drive traffic to your site. You can also do influencer marketing. If you find somebody that is an influencer, they're on Instagram, they're on Twitter, they're on YouTube, and they're doing videos that are related to your particular product, you can offer them the product for free. You can say, here's the product we would like for you to review, or you may have to pay them something. Some of them want to be paid, and that's okay too, because they reach the audience that you're trying to reach. And of course, once you build a list of people that are interested in your product, you're going to want to do email marketing. You're going to want to send emails to these people about other related products you have. Now, one of the best email products out there is Kartra, and Kartra, you can build your sales pages, your thank you pages, your content, whatever you want to do, but I highly recommend Kartra. And below in the description I'll put a link to Kartra. You can watch a video there absolutely free. You don't have to opt in, you don't have to give your email, you don't have to do anything. Just go there, click that link, watch the video, you'll see all the things it does. If you are interested in Kartra, that link will also allow you to get a trial of Kartra for only $1. Okay, so that's well worth it. Also, don't forget, you're going to want to send them content, and that would be articles, blogs, videos, whatever you can get together that is related to that particular niche. And step 6 is to optimize. What do I mean by optimize? What I mean by that is you're going to want to figure out which products are selling better than others. You're going to want to figure out which price points are better than others. So you're going to need to test. Don't assume that you send a product out there and it's selling for, $15 and you're happy because it's selling for $15 that that's the right price. You're going to want to try it at $12. You're going to want to try it at $20, $18, because oftentimes and I've done this before with products. I think I've got a good product and I think it's working real well, and then I change the price, or I change the headline, or I change something, and it improves it. So you got to constantly test and optimize. So overall, drop shipping is a great business model. It's one where you don't have to invest a lot of money. You don't have to have a ton of knowledge out there either. It's just really not required, and the softwares take care of most of the tasks for you. They can automate everything. Kartra can automate all your sales letters, all your content, all those things, and of course Oberlo can automate bringing those products in from AliExpress to your Shopify site, and of course your Shopify site, that's where you sell them all. Ultimate product research guide, how to find the hottest drop shipping products. Now, are you having trouble finding great products to sell? Maybe it feels like, and I've gone through this too, does it seem like you're modeling all these successful people in these products, but you're not getting great results? There's a reason for that. You'll want to stick through to the very end of this video, because I'm going to share with you how to find the hottest products and be successful, and we're starting right now. Okay, so in this video I want to show you everything you need to know to find the hottest products, and I'm going to show you 3 different methods and some kind of sneaky spying tactics that you can use too. So first off, I want to go through some criteria that I have here, and the first criteria for a winning product is it had to have had at least 3+ purchases within the past 24 to 48 hours of testing. Okay, so it's got to have that. It must have a utility, something that it's going to fix or solve for somebody, and it has to have a current high demand in the marketplace. So those are the 3 things that I look for at a winning product. Now let's talk about the product research, because this is super important. Matter of fact, you should spend more time on product research than anything else you do, because that's going to let you know whether you should proceed with a particular product. So there's an area in AliExpress called Dropshipping Center, and I'll put a link to that in the description below, but you need to turn it on. You're not going to automatically have this just because you have an AliExpress account. It's something different you got to go to. Okay, I'm over at AliExpress, but what I'm in is the Dropshipping Center. Now you will not have access to this until you turn it on, and I'll put a link below so that you can get that particular area turned on. So what we have here is a way to really do deeper research on products on AliExpress. The more research you do, the better off you are, but the first thing we want to do is find products to sell. So I'm going to go over here to find products to sell, and once I do that, it's going to populate all these products down here. So you could just scroll through these if you wanted to and see if you can find something, but I want to show you how it's set up. You're going to see your product here, the price, how many orders it got. Like this one here, 4,700 orders. Okay, dropship orders 1,700, ratings 4.4, which is not bad, and the sales performance is average. So if you notice here, I like to find something that's average or good. So here, this one here looks pretty good. Now you can also go up here and just search in this bar here if you want to do that, but I'm just going to grab one of the ones they have down here. And you can also analyze a URL if you find a product you like and plug it in to your dashboard here and analyze it. So you can search by image, you can search by sponsored products, you can search by hot selling. So let me just scroll through here and find one. This one here this is an interesting one here. It says it's good. It says it's got 16,178 orders, 3,429 dropship orders. It's at low price. So let's just check this out real quick and see what we've got. Okay, this is the actual product right here. It looks like it's got a video. Okay, so their video really is just not that good, I wouldn't necessarily use their video. Yeah, it's a pretty terrible video, so I wouldn't use that, but they've got some decent pictures here. They've got a picture of an actual koala bear and mixed in with the stuff one. I have no idea why they would do that, but anyhow, we're not talking about their marketing right now. We're talking about the actual product. So this is the product right here, and you'd have to find some angle. Now I don't know if this one here really fits our criteria as far as, you know, having a utility to it, so that's a problem on this one here, but we won't factor that in right now. I'm just going to use this as an example so you can see how to analyze one of these products. So I'm going to go to analyze right here, and when I analyze it, what it does is it puts the product URL up here, okay? And as you can see, this product is all over the place, okay? You got 514 orders, it went down to 225, went down to 331, then it went down to 94. And then you get your peaks up here where it's 1,456 in a single day, and it's 2,000 in a single day, and then it drops down to 100, and then it drops down to 24, and then it goes back up to 379. This one scares me a little bit. It's just too all over the place for me to mess with it. I wouldn't deal with that particular one. So let's see if we can find something else here. This one's got 5,000 below average, though I don't like that. This is good. Let's see what this one is. $4. It's a creative gift. Let's analyze this particular one right here. And this one also is kind of all over the place. Looks like it's heading down. So what we want is we want one with a chart that's going up. And the cool thing about this analysis is we can actually see if the sales are going up or if they're going down, or if they're remaining flat. What are they? Let's see, a vintage dragon head mouth open cut bracelet. Let's see what that is. Not good, not good. These here, you know, had some sales, had a real big peak here, which looks like it was a couple days ago, and then it's down to almost nothing. Okay, so this is going to take some time. You're going to have to go through a lot of products to find a really good one. Let me just try to check out one more here. No, we wouldn't want that one, would we? The chart's heading down. So just go through these, find one that's heading up, and that's what you can do. Or you can just go to AliExpress, you know, and find a product. Now, the next thing you can do is you can use product research method 2 is going to be to utilize Facebook's search tool to find hot products. Okay, so there is a search tool, and what you can do is you can put certain words in there. Now, I've got a list of all the words here. These are big things. I'm going to read these off to you. Today only. Okay, so if you got a post with today only, it's probably something they're trying to sell. Buy here, order here, claim yours now, free shipping, get it here, get yours, grab yours, shop here, click here, order here, or buy it here. So I'm going to go ahead and grab one of these phrases, and we'll go over to Facebook and we'll search it, and I'll kind of show you how this works. Alrighty. I'm at Facebook now. Okay, here I'm at Facebook. I always like to click this F here to kind of clear things out, make sure there's nothing else in there. And I'm just going to go ahead and paste in there, claim yours now, and kind of see what pops open. Okay, so we can see there's a whole bunch of products right here that you can look at, and then we've got people down here I know. So let's look at see all on videos here, and we'll find all these products right here that are trying to be sold. This one here is huge. This says attention dog owners. Let's take a look at this one here. It's got 192,000 views on this particular one, which is crazy. And it shows a dog in the back seat of a crash car, and it looks like that dog could have used a seat belt. This is a really good video that somebody's put up. So this is an interesting one right here. Attention dog owners, see more. And then what it is, it says we're giving away 200 dog seat belts for the next hour. Claim yours here. So this is really interesting. This is a dog seat belt. They show how it attaches to the dog right here. Now I know we have a harness for our dog in the car because, you know, dogs can get hurt. And years ago I was an EMT, and I used to watch people who didn't have these things for their animals, which was not good. So this is a pretty cool one. Let me go back one here because it started the next video, and we'll go back to this one here. So we'll stop the video and let's take a look and see what they're selling. It says Heart for Dogs is the link I saw. Save, pause, and when you go to this page here, it says help us to help. and pictures are horrible on this page. They're just really bad, but you can see what we're doing here. No dog deserves, and they misspelled the word deserves, to die in a ditch. So little things like this, guys. Look at this stuff. You know, when you're doing your page, remember, you know, don't mess it up. But they've got all these products down here, and they're saying, hey, if you buy our stuff, then we're going to be able to, you know, move forward with our dog saving program. I don't particularly like this page because they show a harness, but you're going to something with bracelets. But this is the idea of how you do it. You look through Facebook, find some products, find one that is good, okay, and just emulate that one. Okay, the next thing you can do is our product research method number 3, which is reverse Google image search. And I want to show you how that works, and I'm going to go over to Google right now and show you a little bit of how that works. Okay, so what I did is I typed in dog harness for car, and if you notice here, I can right click on one of these here, and I can go to wherever that address is. So I'm going to say open link in new window. And what I've done here now is I've seen all these different links in here, and I can do this one more time. Open link in new window. And what I've done now is what Google does is that particular image is on a web page. So if I right click it and say go to that particular link, what it does is it takes me to this page right here, and when I look at this page, I can see this harness for this dog, and I can see what it's selling for. Okay, so I could actually take this information right here. This looks like a pretty good page here. This is Zugo Pet, and they've got something pretty nice here, and I'm going to go ahead and just add this to cart just to see what happens. It says product added, and I'm going to go to my cart and see if they're trying to upsell me or anything. But this is how you're going to do your research, okay? And they're not trying to upsell me, which they should. We should always try to upsell. And you can do this in Kartra. I'll leave a link for Kartra below. That's the software that we use. Kartra is awesome because it's an email provider, it's a sales page maker, it's a funnel builder, it's a video hosting place, everything. And it's a whole lot cheaper than probably what you're using already. So I would tell you to check that out. But this is how we do our research. So we figured out a product that we can sell. Now another thing you can use is the Commerce Inspector. This is an actual add-on to your Google account, and let's go to that real quick and I'll show that to you. And it's called Commerce Inspector. You can download it here. It's offered by commerceinspector.com, and you can add that, and then that way you can actually go in here and track the best sellers. You can look at hot products. This is a pretty cool add-on right here. So that's something you can add as a Chrome extension and use that tool to figure out some of these products. So there's a lot of ways to find good products out there, but I hope the one thing that you've learned from this video is that as you're looking for products out there, you got to do research. There's got to be evidence that somebody's doing well with the product. If they're not doing well with the product, you don't want to sell it, okay? You don't want to do that. So make sure you do your research in all the different areas, and it would be great if you actually used all of these methods to make sure that that product matches up with what you're trying to sell and what you're trying to do, and it's a good product, and it's got good prices, and there's an audience for it. The more research you can do up front, the better your chances are of finding a hot product that you can make some money on. Now I hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me what you think of it. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe below, and put your comments down there. I want to know what you've done to find hot products. If you've come across some hot products, right? Put that below. I really appreciate you listening. Don't forget to grab my course. The course is a $97 course, but it's absolutely free if you just click the link below. That's all you got to do. Simple. Don't forget, turn on notifications, click that bell. It's going to make that noise, and then you want to turn on all notifications, because if you do that, what happens is you're VIP. I can actually tell you when I upload a new video. I can actually tell you when I'm going live, and we can talk live on the internet. That's pretty cool, right? Don't forget to do that. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell right there so you can be notified every time I do a new video. Also, click on one of those videos there. Keep watching on my channel.